Lost Lagoons. And we're going to take our rally car around. I'll show you how I do just a usual lap. It's not the fastest lap. You're not going to beat Minardi with it, but you can be competitive in any public lobby and a lot of the lower divisions in any league race. So let's start. So I kind of hugged the right side, and then I just did a little micro lift there and pointing the car towards that apex. What I do here is I get into the grass. You obviously don't want to get into the grass. You just want to kind of hug around the edge of it, but not the end of the world. So right here you can see that I've just in midair slightly turned that car, and I mean very, very slightly. You don't want to turn it too much. And then once I land, I'm going to do a little brake tap, and it just whips that car around that turn. And then here with each bump, I'm just doing one little tap, and then I'm doing tap, 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 little micro inputs to go around that carousel. I'm going to hug the right side of the fence here, and then I'm just going to cut right around that hairpin as close as possible. You want to be straight and then go to the side, and then as you can see here, I landed just on the grass right there. So I've got 2 tires in the grass, 2 tires on the dirt, and then I'm going to send it to where these pile of rocks are at the apex. I'm going to touch that grass there. Just going to cut that, and then right here, as you can see, I'm also touching the grass. And what that does is when you touch the grass like that and you go to make the turn, it just whips that car around a little faster. Around there, I'm going to hug these rocks here, and then you're going to turn in, and what you want to do around this carousel is hug the fence as much as possible. Now on this particular lap I went a little bit wide. I normally take this a lot tighter, so I would normally already be sort of hugging the fence, but you do want to be as straight as possible heading into the start-finish straight, and there is your lap complete. So again, that's a better first turn there, and I just slightly turned the car, and I'm going to hug that apex, and I'm going to do one little tiny tap for each of those little bumps, and then I'm just going to go tap, 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 tap around that carousel. Really try and hug that fence, and then go to the right as much as possible. Sometimes like here, I had to adjust the car to hug that rock hairpin. And once more, I'm going to land on that side, cut that grass. I'm just going to touch this grass, and you can see how it whips the car around that turn. And then here, this was a slightly better turn. And again, you want to keep the car as straight as possible heading into the start, finish straight and across the finish line. So that's how I do a lap at Lost Lagoons. Now, as a bonus footage, oftentimes in Lost Lagoon, whether it's a private lobby and you're having a bunch of fun, sometimes there's a fighting contest, or sometimes, you know what, your race is completely ruined. And you're a lap down, so you're ghosted, and you would just want to have some fun, then you can definitely do the barrel roll. You can take the jump. So just to back up a little bit, if you don't want to do a whole lap over again, there is this handy little shortcut between the trees, up and over, and away you go. So I'll just go right here. Okay, so on either side of the cliff jump, you have these big boulders. You can use either side of the boulders. So you just kind of swing from the side slightly inward, and you just hit the edge of those boulders. So I will just back up a little bit. And boom, there's your barrel roll, and I made the turn. So again, you can use either side of the boulders there on either side of the cliff jump, and try and get some good air, some good turns, and try and make that landing at the bottom. And that is the barrel roll at Lost Lagoons.